Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. In the last episode, we found ourselves in Ernst Zimmer's house. He was playing the cello to stop a rift from forming in his basement, and I accidentally convinced him to stop playing the cello. Which might have been what I was supposed to do, who knows. Either way, I'm gonna go down to his basement now, and we got a new companion, Obi the Hobo. So maybe we'll get a chance to test him out in combat this episode. That'd be fun. Oh geez, that sure is a dark rift in space over there, just like Zimmer was afraid of. Well, nuts. Everything on the shelf is either evaporated or expired. Boxes of moldy sheet music. It's a big hole and, well, here. Step through. Yes? You find yourself in an infinite black void. Or, well, it looks like an infinite black void, but you have the uneasy feeling that your brain is only showing you an infinite black void because it doesn't want to try and process what this place actually looks like. It's a weird feeling. Oh god. A thrumming spike of nega energy. Dampen it? I'm guessing I want to avoid that guy in the middle. Oh god. This creature is built more or less like a large muscular person. If you built a large muscular person out of some kind of writhing black ooze and or smoke and or just plain raw darkness. It has a fist-sized glowing crystal embedded in its chest, about where its sternum would be, and as you draw near you can feel it radiating invisible waves of energy. Kind of like heat coming off of a radiator, except also the opposite of that, and also not related to that. Look, incomprehensible forces are tricky to describe, okay? The creature shambles back and forth, waving its arms in a way that almost looks like it's dancing, or praying, or maybe just absent-mindedly flailing. It seems oblivious to your presence, although that will probably change pretty quickly if you try to interfere with it. Like, say, if you tried to pry the glowing crystal out of its chest. Size it up. The creature looks extremely weak, almost docile. This is a trap, I'm sure, but I'm gonna pry out the crystal. You make a quick grab for the crystal, but it's firmly lodged in the creature's chest. The creature howls, and its long, spindly arms flail ineffectually as you, barely cognizant of your actions, plunge your hands into murky flesh, fingers questing through lukewarm tar until they find ribs, gritting your teeth, forcing open the cage, creaking, cracking, snapping like dry branches. You grab your prize and tear it free of the muck. The creature evaporates in a sigh of smoke. The crystal is both warm and cold in your hand and has a slight buzzing vibration to it. This is probably an important decision, but I think I'm going to destroy it. I don't know. Maybe this will close the rift. You pull a hammer out of your inventory, or if you don't actually have a hammer, whatever object will be most hammer adjacent, probably the baseball bat, and give the crystal a solid thwack. It makes a sound like a baby being torn in half, okay, and bursts into glittering shards that shoot off into the darkness. Immediately you feel, well, I was gonna say a massive earthquake, but since you aren't standing on the ground, you wouldn't feel that. It's more of an everything quake. You should probably get out of here. Oh god, I love this. It's like poetry. But this game goes so fast from being really silly to really kind of beautiful. You run, swim, hover back to the rift as fast as possible, and dive back through it just before it collapses, vanishes, heals. Thankfully, you find yourself back in Ernst Zimmer's basement and not some kind of horrible between dimensions purgatory. You run up the stairs to tell Ernst the good news. Whew. Hi, Ernst. Hello. I fixed it! I closed the rift! You did? That's wonderful. I owe my life, and probably also my house's life. Here, take this cello. I have no further need of it, and to be quite frank with you, the thought of playing it ever again only pains me. Zimmer's cello. Well, technically, it's Saunders' cello now. You have no idea how to play the cello, but you do know how to swing a great big club. Muscle, it's a muscle weapon. Okay. What's my current... It's better than that. Okay. But he seems happy. That's good. And everything's back to normal. Let's look around a little more and see if there's any hobo code written anywhere. It might have just been that place on the church, at the church. Oh hey, this guy's smiling now. An extremely relaxed teen mans the tea counter. He was very nervous before. Okay, nothing here. Oh! Let's see. I can make potions. Spooky armor, moxie, and cold armor. And I have enough to make some stuff from fancy chemicals. Alright. Let's make some big cold armor. You mix the flakes with some water and a bunch of weird kinds of salt. The mixture eventually solidifies into an entirely new form of matter. Double ice. This is apparently what happens when you freeze water twice. And... make some spooky armor. You mix the ectoplasm with a bunch of chemicals with scary sounding names. Aqua Mortis. If you're afraid of the water or afraid of the dark, you're not going to like this stuff. If you're afraid of both of those things, then you're going to absolutely hate it. And I'll make some moxie stuff. It would be a little more stylish if it were a container instead of just a loose glob. Okay. Alright. I don't have any side quests. I have one more place. Let's wander a little bit, maybe get some... Yes, I want to fight them. I want to see what Obi's power is. Alright, he wants to poison everyone. Alright. I'm gonna kill this guy. I love how they flop around like that. Obi the Obo Hobo will play a hot lick at Fishman Barford, dealing 3 hot damage. Or, he'll deal 1 physical damage and cause 1 bleed. Okay, that's pretty cool. Heal yourself, Shelly. Alright. Ooh. You might say you've reduced those chumps to chum, but despite that being a pretty good fish pun, it would also imply the existence of much larger fishmen who would be attracted to the bait. I don't think you want that. And I got a fishman throwing spear. If you were smaller, this would be a normal spear. If you were bigger, it would be a dart. At your current size, it's kind of a javelin, I guess? Right. Let's go to Mrs. Brewster's. As you're walking through Ocean City, you encounter a mailbox that has been tipped over by some vandals. Write it. You write the letterbox. It was heavier than it looked, but you're more responsible than you look too. Nice. Door isn't locked. Head inside? Sure. As you enter the boarding house, you discover some kind of hullabaloo, or perhaps a kerfuffle. A stern-looking middle-aged lady is surrounded by 6 agitated men, all talking over each other. Gentlemen, I insist you settle down at once. We won't get to the bottom of this with you all acting like panicked schoolchildren. Ms. Brewster, you've got to call the cops. Ha! What this town calls police, I wouldn't trust to solve a jigsaw puzzle, let alone a serious crime. And I won't have those hooligans turning my house upside down. But there's been a murder. Somebody has to do something. What you all can all do is go to your rooms and let me think. Good gracious. The men file up the stairs, abashed but still fidgeting nervously. Excuse me? I'm sorry, I don't have any vacancies. Or well, I suppose I do, but I can't let you have the room until this whole mess has been sorted out. One of those men said something about a murder? Yes, it's absolutely ghastly. One of my lodgers was murdered in the night, and nobody heard or saw anything. I'm practically at my wit's end. Maybe I can help? My name's Vivian Saunders. I'm kind of an independent investigator, sort of thing. Oh, like the Belgian fellow in the mystery novels. What? Sure. Well, that's marvelous. If you can solve this mystery, I can pay you quite reasonably. Okay, it's a deal. Thank goodness. What can you tell me about the victim? He was a traveling salesman. All my lodgers are traveling salesmen. What did he sell? Oh, they come and go so frequently, I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest idea. Well, how did he die? I'm not sure. The body is missing. Look, you better just go and have a look for yourself. He was in 3C. I locked the door so that no one would mess around in there. Alright. Alright. Anything I can look at? Tiny oil paintings of previous borders. A radio plays agreeable music at a polite volume. This potted flower saw nothing. Bathroom door. I have that incredible skill of knowing which doors lead to bathrooms. That's right. Only Miss Brewster is allowed in the kitchen. Second floor. Which room is it? It's room 2D. But really, they're all 2D if you think about it. Alright, I should check out the crime scene first. Okay. And that's on 3C. Ooh, shoes. Some high-heeled shoes have been carelessly left in the hallway. You're not sure which aspect of this would upset Miss Brewster the most. Extra high heels. Makes your steps higher. Let's try them on. That's kind of funny and a little less annoying than the crab shoes, so. It's room 3C, the site of the incident. You unlock the door and put the key in the secret pocket used for things that won't ever need to be referred to again. I can't talk. You step into room 3C and discover, holy crap, a massive pool of blood on the floor. And like Miss Brewster's dead, there's no body in sight. Holy jeez, is there even this much blood inside a person? Fish? Alright, the wardrobe is locked. This throw rug looks pretty ordinary. Check underneath it. You roll up the rug and... Whoa, what the heck? There's a crazy occult diagram underneath it. The lines and glyphs appear to have been burned onto the floor. You can see little blobs of melted candle wax at the points of the dodecagram, and it even smells faintly of weird incense. Was this some kind of ritual killing? Great, like a regular old murder wasn't enough. Nothing interesting about the bed, except that it's next to a massive pool of blood. The window's locked, so the killer must have come from inside the house. Let's fish in the water basin. Handful of clean water. Pure water, untainted by even a container. Cure an ally who is on fire. Don't know how I got that onto a fishing rod, but okay. Let's fish here, too. Because that's a thing I can do. Must be shallower than it looks. I guess that's a good thing. Alright, report back to Miss Brewster. Well, Miss Brewster, I had a look in room 3C. Did you find anything? I found a huge pool of blood. It was really gross. Did you find anything else? Yes, actually. An occult ritual circle. What? Oh my goodness. You think it was some kind of black magic sacrifice? I'm afraid it looks that way, yes, ma'am. Well, I've always felt a lodger's religion was no business of mine, but I won't stand for this one bit. Are any of your lodgers involved with the occult, do you know? I do recall that one of them specializes in selling occult supplies and paraphernalia, but I'm afraid I don't remember which one. You'll have to ask around. Okay, now we can go and knock on doors. No response. The nervous-looking salesman peeks out. I am warning you, I'm armed. Oh, I know you. Yeah, I think we've met before. You sell derringers, right? That's right, yes. You should buy one. There's a murderer on the loose. Actually, I'm investigating the murder. Oh, thank God somebody is. What do you know about all the other salesmen here? I know there's a guy who sells occult stuff. I give him a wide berth, though. All I know about him is that he doesn't live in the room below the sunglasses salesman. Is this a verbal logic puzzle? Oh, I love these. I might need to get like a piece of paper and puzzle all this out, but oh, I love these kinds of puzzles. Neither of them are the victim, by the way. Okay. I need to open my notes app on my phone. Ugh. It would be easier if I, had a piece of paper to write this down on. I wasn't expecting this. Hold on. Occult guy not under sunglasses. Alright. Ugh. Oh. Derringer guy in 2D. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hey, I know you. Oh, yeah, you're the guy selling pants from before, right? Yeah, that's me. Wanna buy some pants? Pants guy in 2B. I'm investigating the murder. Oh, yeah. Real grisly business. Do you know the other salesmen that live here? Not really, just the guy who sells those little Derringer pistols. He was complaining about the guy who lives right above him. That's the trinkets and baubles guy, 'cause he keeps making a racket dropping stuff on the floor at night. That probably doesn't help you much, though. Alright. Trinkets guy above Derringer. I'm so excited. I love these. That's something. Who's there? I'm not opening this door with a killer on the loose. I'm investigating the murder. Do you have any information that would help? There's a salesman who specializes in occult stuff. That seems pretty suspicious to me. Which room is he in? I'm not sure, but it isn't the one above me. He doesn't live at the same end of the hall as the victim either. Alright. Okay. That really only leaves one place for him to be. Because the victim was on this end of the hall. Hello, who are you? I'm investigating the murder. What can you tell me about the people who live here? Well, I pretty much keep to myself. All I know about the other salesman is that the one who sells jokes and gags isn't the one who lives next to the one who lives above the one who sells brushes. What? Nothing, thanks. Yeah, something I can... Oh, hey, we meet again. Oh yeah, you're the sunglasses guy. That's me, baby. What can I do you for? Well, I'm investigating the murder. Oh, no kidding? Yeah, I was hoping you'd give me some information about the people who live here. I don't really know any of those guys. There's a fella that sells jokes and gags somewhere on this floor, I think. And there's a guy that sells pants, but all I can tell you about him is that he isn't the guy right below me. Sorry. No problem, thanks anyway. Okay. Hi, I'm investigating the murder. How well do you know the other salesman here? I don't know any of those guys. Although I think there's a guy who sells brushes who's neighbors with the guy who sells pants. Okay, thanks. Okay. I might need to, say where all of them live. Brushes next to pants. Oh, no, not there. I stopped taking notes because I thought that I figured out that the occult guy is here. Okay. So... brushes in 2A. Trinkets guy in 3D. Jokes not in 3B. Okay. So it's not you. That's real helpful. Okay. Okay. So 3D must be jokes. And occult in 3B. Okay, I think I have them all. It wasn't as complicated as I might have hoped it would be. Excuse me, Miss Brewster. Who lives in 2C? They didn't answer and the door's locked. That's because 2C is my room. Oh, well, can I have a look inside? Certainly not, that's private. And you can't possibly imagine I would kill one of my own lodgers. That would be terrible for business. I guess you have a point there. Well, I figured out who the occultist is. Maybe if we confront him, he'll either confess or give us some useful information. Are you certain you know which one he is? I won't have you accusing the wrong fellow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Shall we gather everyone together at the scene of the crime so you can do a dramatic reveal like in the novels? Sure, if you want. I must say, this whole murder business is simply dreadful, but it's the most interesting thing to happen here in years. Uh-huh. You head up to 3C, and after a few minutes, Ms. Brewster meets you there, with the salesman in tow. Alright, well, I suppose you're all wondering why I've called you here today. I assumed it was so you could tell us who did the murder. Yeah, that was my guess, too. Right, yeah. Well, as you can see by this weird circle on the floor, this killing probably had occult significance. Therefore, the most likely candidate is the occult goods salesman who is the guy in 3B. God, I hope I'm right. I made a big deal about how easy this was, how much easier this was than I hoped it would be, but if I'm wrong, it'll be embarrassing. What? No, I mean yes. Oh, yes, he's a wizard. I do sell occult supplies, but that isn't even one of my circles. Are you actually accusing me of murder? I think you're the only likely candidate. That's crazy. You're crazy. Suddenly, the wardrobe door flies open and a salesman jumps out. Haha, I fooled you all pretty good. What the? Who the heck are you? Alright. Yeah. I'm the victim. I sell jokes and gags and stuff. How do you like my new giant fake rubber pool of blood? Isn't it a scream? Oh my god. Here, let me give you something for being such a good sport, kid. Wear it in good health. Foot's ring. This ring bears the insignia of the Fraternal Order of Traveling Salesmen, which is difficult to make out at this small size, but it might be a farmer's daughter? What? That's disgusting. Makes you more likely to encounter traveling salesmen. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta roll this blood back up, and 9 people in this tiny room is 8 too many. Well, that could have gone worse. That occultist gentleman was quite offended by your accusation, but I believe he'll get over it. Here's your pay, young lady. Thanks, glad to be of help. I'd say I'll call if I ever need your services again, but I think one exciting thing happening here every few years is quite sufficient. If it happens again, I'm just going to throw everyone out. Good idea. Okay. That was kind of anticlimactic. Alright, the ring I currently have is too good. Like, they give you one ring that's good for combat, and then the rest of them are just goofs. Do not use phone. Okay. Alright. Hold on, actually. There was some hobo code. Yes. Nice lady, but you only like salesmen. Well, not super useful to a non-hobo, but at least you got some translation practice. I also remember there was some stuff written on the floor. I was going back to Plunkett's Creek anyway. Alright. And I know that there was some hobo speak written on the floor of the speakeasy. There's Gabby. Grapes under here. You quickly pry up the tile, and sure enough, there are grapes. Floor grapes. Take them to Fancy Dan. Okay. I found some floor grapes. Floor grapes, eh? Well, when life gives you floor grapes, make floor wine, baby. Ooh. Alright. Well, I think that's about all I need to do for this day, this in-game day. So, I guess I'll go back to the antique store. Oh. The desk was smoking. I swear it wasn't before, so I clicked on it. Nestled among the books and papers is a book of old, but still valid, postage stamps with a few missing. They're surrounded with a haze of weird, shadowy energy, but you can still clearly see the illustrations of cute dogs on them. Wait a minute. Cute dogs? That's just like the stamp that survived your luggage fire. Oh dang, of course. That stamp is what destroyed your luggage. All your best stuff was in there. Your clothes, your teddy bear. That tears it. This shadow business has become personal. I mean, it was personal already because of Murray being your uncle and all, but now it's extra personal. Grr. What's up? These stamps! These stamps have shadow gunk on them, and one of them killed my luggage. Oh my gosh. I guess that was my fault. I ran out of stamps and found those inside Murray's desk. I didn't even think to test them. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. It's whatever is causing this damn shadow stuff. I'm definitely going to put a stop to it, though. Wait, how many of these stamps have you used? Just the one, thankfully. The rest must have already been gone when Murray found them. Well, that's good news, at least. Alright. Oh. Hey, Vivian. Before you go to bed, I need you to approve a new tenant for the storefront next door. What? Why is that up to me? Charles shrugs. Somebody's got to do it. There's 3 applicants for the place. Okay, what are they? The first applicant is Ye Old Chemiker, some SIT science lady who wants to sell potions. The second is Rodkin's Fine Jewelry. A jewelry store could really class up Old Plunkett Street. And the last applicant is Bertram's Bakery. Bert's a buddy of mine from my restaurant days. He makes a good loaf. I think jewelry sounds fun. We don't have a lot of fun accessories yet. Let's go with the jeweler. Sounds fancy. Okay, I'll get him moved in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. Thanks, Charles. Hey, it's that rug from the boarding house. Miss Brewster must have sent it to you as an additional gesture of gratitude, or because she hates the way it looks and thinks it's cursed. Either way, score. Alright. So this is all the space I need to fill up with crap. There's a flower pot here. Was this flower pot always here? Plant a tentacle seed. It's your little tentacle buddy. Tickle him. Aww. Okay. Alright. You can barely keep your eyes open at this point. Go to sleep. A fitful dream. All of your favorite pants. Gone. It's Jeff, the kid who used to bully you in 3rd grade. Make amends. Hey, Jeff, listen, no hard feelings, okay? I understand in retrospect that you must have had problems at home, and I just want you to know everything is okay now. Jeff swats the overdue library book out of your hands. Ah, I see. Since this is just a dream version of you, you're still as much of a jerk as you were in 3rd grade. Jeff suddenly punches you, knocking out all of your teeth. Hey, if this was actually happening, I'd be really mad. You pick up your teeth and walk away. These are unmistakably your teeth. You can tell by the scar on the upper left second bicuspid, but your teeth are also still definitely in your gums where they belong. What a jerk. Oh, I accidentally clicked the character sheet button. Oh no, it's the general. It's that scary army guy from the refrigerator factory. Apparently he's haunting your dreams now. Excuse me, I need to get past you, I think. I need to get past you, sir. General Bruce, sir. What? I am your superior officer, and you will address me as such. I'm not in whatever crazy army you're talking about. You can tell because I'm not wearing one of those super weird hats you have on. He scowls at you. I already told you, soldier. It's just a regular. Wait a minute. Follow orders and wait. He points a weird little device at his hat. It starts beeping in the fast, irregular pattern. You can see the phenomenon? Do you mean how your hat's all weird? Yeah. He furrows his ample brow. The president is going to want to know about this. The president? Why would President Coolidge care what your hat looks like in a weird dream I'm having? Don't make me laugh. I'm not talking about clueless Cal. I'm talking about the real president. I see. That's right, soldier. You see well above your clearance. Next time we meet, I'm going to be fixing that. He turns away, walks off the edge of whatever this is you're standing on. Yikes. Oh hey, it's all stuff from the side quest from today floating by. Urns and refrigerators and rolling pins and cellos. This bookshelf is not behaving the way bookshelves do when you're awake. You grab a book at random and the bookshelf puffs out of existence. Chaos and its discontents. A book of poems about sports, violence, and sports violence. Grants of combat skill, free for all. Okay. A doorway back to the waking world. Step through. Alarmingly, a man in an expensive suit is standing at the foot of your bed. What the heck? Who are you? You may call me Don Toblerone. I represent a certain organization of, shall we say, like-minded criminals. Organized criminals? Like the mob? Wait, you're the Don of the local mob? The mob boss? In my room, personally? No. I am not the Don. That is merely my nomenclature. It's an abbreviation for Donald. Oh, well, that's confusing. It has been a matter of some confiscation, yes. I do have a sobriquet, but I don't care for it very much. He reminds me of, very specifically, of one mobster character I know. He reminds me of Joey Mousepad from Futurama. What is it? Donnie Thesaurus. I'm gonna hazard a guess that they call you that because you like long words. That is very astute of you. Of course, this institution comes as no surprise to me. My associators tell me you handled yourself well during the conflagration at the refrigerator manufactorium. Do you actually own a thesaurus? I am here to propound for your consideration in a certain proposition. Come again? I'm here to make you an offer. Oh, can I refuse it? Certainly, though your refusation would be, shall we say, unadvisatory. What's the offer? From time to time, my collegiates and I have certain requirements but lack the necessary manpower to achieve them. At such junctures, we make lucrative little arrangements with certain capable individualists. We find ourselves at this moment at a juncture such as the junctures I have thus subscribed. So you want me to do contract work for the mob? Exactingly. I mean, it's an RPG, so I want to do all the side quests I can, so I'm like, okay, sure, why not? An excellent decision, if I may articulate such. So what happens now? Just sit tight, as they say. We will call upon you, telephonically. Gives you a curt nod, then leaves the room through the window. It takes him 3 or 4 tries to work the latch. Alright then. Alright, and let's see. All of my effects have worn off. Alright. Well, it's the start of a new day, so I think I'm gonna end it here. I have been Mars, and I will be back with more Shadows over Loathing.